Hi guys, welcome to my channel. In this video, I will summarize to you chapter 5 of The Price of Tomorrow, The Future of Energy. If you're interested to know the content, you need to keep on watching. The first law of thermodynamics states that energy cannot be created or destroyed and that the total amount of energy in the universe must remain the same. It can be changed, stored, or moved, but it can't be created or destroyed. The second law of thermodynamics states that energy always moves from higher to lower concentrations. In other words, heat dissipates. The energy of the sun moves to space. The energy from a boiling pot converts to steam and then into cooler air. The energy in oil initially came through plants that absorbed their own energy from the sun through photosynthesis, and through animals that absorbed their energy by feeding on the plants. All of that energy originally came from the sun. That oil needs to be pumped from the ground, requiring energy, and transported, requiring energy, to an oil refinery, where it undergoes a conversion, requiring energy, to gasoline. Then gasoline needs to be transported, requiring energy, to a regional gasoline station where you fill your car. Through this example, you see the fuller cost of energy to move your car. It includes a staggering amount of inefficiency and drives countless jobs. Our energy needs today are much greater than they were in years past, and the cumulative damage from the use of inefficient energy is greater. We stay on a wheel of inefficiency where our economies are addicted to the jobs and profits derived from exploiting energy. We fail to predict how different things will be as energy costs drop to a point where the entire existing energy infrastructure becomes irrelevant because of market pricing. We stay in a feedback loop similar to our debt spiral. By converting energy from the sun directly, we can get an almost free lunch without the corresponding damage to our ecosystem. In less than 2 hours, more energy from the sun hits the earth than the yearly worldwide consumption of energy. As technology has improved, the cost of solar energy dropped significantly over the years. Many have compared the advances we see in solar energy to Moore's law, and the cost of solar panels per watts allows output of energy indefinitely, until the failure of the device. Unlike many other forms of energy that require extensive operating and maintenance costs, the cost to maintain solar is low. Because energy is an input cost to almost everything, cheaper sources of energy give significant advantages to both companies and economics. The days of abundant, almost free solar power are coming. Prices of solar are already lower than almost all other forms of energy, and prices will continue to fall much further with technology advancements and as solar reaches mass adoption. Some developing countries may actually be at advantage with respect to energy. Developing countries could avoid an entire infrastructure build-out to support energy. Similar to China's e-commerce adoption grew faster than the United States because they didn't have the existing infrastructure of retail stores to slow it down. As energy is a major input to almost everything, how could less expensive energy not be deflationary in nature? If the government and central banks think they can outrun deflation today by printing more money, what will the price of tomorrow look like? With lower cost or free energy, why couldn't there be an abundance of clean water? It's not that the technology doesn't exist to convert salt water to fresh water. It has been around for decades, it just comes down to cost. Clean energy will stop adding more carbon dioxide to our environment. Carbon dioxide emissions from the burning of fossil fuels have taken levels of greenhouse gases in our atmosphere to levels never before seen in human history. The solutions so far also imagine a future where there is centralized power, vast solar installations with distribution from power companies similar to how such companies operate today. But one thing that we have already learned from technology advances in other areas is that it often changes where value is derived, making it so an existing monopoly cannot compete. It is also quite possible that vast central energy planning grids may give way to generation that is local and interconnected broadly, in the same way that the internet is a distributed technology with connected nodes, and this interconnection makes the internet more reliable and secure. In this case, my home and other homes in my region could be a backup when other regions are using energy, and vice versa. The timing may still be uncertain, but the trend towards abundant renewable energy is not. That trend will bring with it a complete disruption to our existing energy infrastructure. That can be a great thing for all of humanity if we let the natural course of deflation take hold. However, many jobs will be lost, especially those that work in the energy industry. If we allow that to happen instead of holding on to an inefficient system in order to pay higher prices for energy and keep irrelevant jobs, we will need to adjust to earning less money if everything we need costs less. Chapter 6 will be summarized in the next video. If you like to get a copy of this book, click on the link in the description below.